What do you want from me? I'm looking at with the eyepiece on. Well, guess what? I'm already looking at it with that. You're not helping. Hello everybody, welcome to Sjoher Reviews with me, Sjoher, where I pay for mobile games and check them out so you don't have to. Today we're going to take a look at The Room, which is a puzzle game kind of similar to Escape Room. You probably either heard of it or played it yourself in real life. So, yeah, it's kind of like that. You basically have an object that you have to open up, and it reveals another object that you have to open up. And you can only do certain parts at a time. And yeah, there's not much more to say about it other than that. Otherwise, you're going to spoiler territory. So let's just dive straight into it. Here on this channel and on this show, we rate games based on playability, zero microtransactions, length, design, and of course, how fun the game actually is. Playability. This is where we rate the game based on how much you can play the game without the game constantly telling you what to do. There is a hint system about, just how the controls work. But you're pretty much over that before you even notice it, so it's not that much of a hassle. Otherwise, it's just, trying to figure out the puzzle. There's little, in regards of movement, you can zoom out and zoom in and stuff like that. And move around as you expect from mobile games. So yeah, there's not really much in playability to drag it down. So I'm gonna give it a 5 in playability because, like I said, it does its job. Nothing more to say about it. Zero microtransactions. This is where we take a look at the in-game store and/or ads. That's it. Based on how much we paid for the game. And I don't remember exactly how much I paid for it, but it was less than €1, which is also less than $1. So it's a few cents, at least when I purchased it. And this is a game where you just purchase it, you play it, and that's it. There's nothing more to it. And yeah, you get all of the levels and everything in it. You don't have to pay anything extra. No ads in it. Nothing like that. So it gets an automatically 5 just because of that. Length. This is where we take a look at how long the game appears to be or how much replayability you can get out of the game. Of course, based on how much you paid for it. Now, this is where a lot of these puzzle games break down because essentially, once you solve the puzzle once, you kind of know how to solve it. So the only reason why you would go back to a level is to speedrun it. But it doesn't really, there's nothing in the game trying to force you to speedrun it or something like that. You just take your time and you just solve the puzzle with your own pace. Whether you're smart enough to realize it on the get-go. Can I now take a look at? What? That's not it? Or if you're like me and start questioning why you purchased a puzzle game in the first place. Anyways, in terms of how long it appears to be, it seems it got a few chapters, but like I said, the replayability tracks it down a little bit. So I'm gonna have to give it a 3. Design. This is where we take a look at the design of the game, art, user interface, music, sound effects, all of that nonsense. And it's a very simple design. You just have your object that you're trying to get opened, and you just fiddle around with it. it has sound effects to imitate what you're doing and all of that. So yeah, there's nothing in much of distracting you away from it or something like that. You're just doing your thing, testing things out, seeing what moves and what not, all of that. The background music, yeah, it's practically non-existent. So we're gonna knock it down by 1 point, so it gets a 4. Fun. This is where we take a look at how fun the game actually is. And yeah. I don't know what it is about puzzle games in me, but I like the challenge of trying a puzzle game, but at the same time I realize that I'm not smart enough to actually beat them. So I keep punishing myself. Over and over and over again by trying puzzle games knowing that I can't beat them. So I'm going to give this game a 3.5. And that's more just to me to try and stick it in my brain. Don't buy any more puzzle games, please. So overall, this gets a 20.5 out of 25 points available, meaning that it gets a 4.1 star, which we knocked down to 4 stars. Probably could have been a bit more generous, but hey, this is my opinion. You decided to watch my opinion, so yeah. You can have your own opinions, and please, by all means, comment down below on how bad my review is. Or how great it is. Anyways, that's it for today. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye, and I'll see you next time. This is where we take a look at the in-game store and or ads in the game based on the price we paid for it. This game, I paid less than a cent for it. I don't remember exactly what it was, but... Sorry. Less than a cent. How can you pay less than a cent for something?